Hello, I'm Michael Sarkowski, the Director of Sales at Langer Biomechanics, and I'll be taking you through the ScanCast 3D training and scanning protocol today. So this is the Langer ScanCast 3D scanner, okay? And it's set up right now to scan a patient in a supine position, which is toes up, okay? The scanner, the brains of the scanner, if you will, the scanner itself is at the bottom, and there's two cameras and two lasers here. And the scanner is going to run from heel to toe, all right, or from proximal to distal, okay? The scan, if your practitioner prefers for you guys to be laying prone or patients to be laying prone, the patient will be turned around, the scanner will have to be turned around. All right, so remember that the scanner always runs from heel to toe. So if you're coming into the room, patient's on their tummy, you have to turn the scanner around, if your practitioner's preference is to do it that way, okay? The surrounding parts of the scanner here, the important parts to remember. The first is this USB cord, which runs from this port to the laptop. Okay, that has to be connected. That's how the scanner is going to communicate to the laptop. And the second is the power cord, which runs from here to the a given power cord you guys have into an outlet, obviously. Okay. Second bit is on the side is our power button. Pretty self-explanatory what happens there. Power on. Okay. And what you're going to see when you power on is at the very top of the scanner, you will see Invisic VPS and this lime green colored light. What you're also going to note, okay, is if you're standing where I am right now and looking straight down, I'll turn the lights off to make this easier, is you're going to see on your screen now on the left an orange or amber colored light, and on the right a lime green colored light. The orange light means that internally the batteries in the scanner are getting charged. It also means that right now there's sufficient power running to the scanner, which means it should be working properly. So now we're going to transition to the software. So to activate the Langer ScanCast 3D software, double tap on the Langer icon. Each individual office and scanner has their own ID code and number there. Program will load up. Okay, that comes the software. My suggestion is to bring it to a full screen. That way you're not distracted by anything else on the desktop. So where we go is to patient scan in order entry. Okay, we suggest that you hide the patient names so that they're cleared away. They're there, but they're just hidden. Okay, and where we start is new patient record. So I'm going to hand it over and we're going to put in a generic patient name. Okay. The important thing to remember here is all fields are mandatory except traditionally the patient ID and chart number, but the Wild Foot and Ankle team will be putting in an MR number here, and you can type that in as instructed by Dan. Okay. So once the information is filled out, one thing I wanted to emphasize is under height, it's feet-inches, so 5-9, 6-2, okay? When you get to shoe size, I'll show something really quick. Sometimes you will see a W. The W is not women's, W stands for wide, okay? And if you run into the patient interaction where sometimes they're 9.5, sometimes they're a 10, go with the bigger size. All we're doing here is top cover length, if that matters, if we're going to do a full-length device, and the doc will be the one deciding on whether or not that's the case anyways, okay? So from here, we're now going to create the record. Pretty straightforward, and there is our record in yellow. So a field in yellow means it's the highlighted or activated field, and there is the corresponding folder ready to be opened. Okay, so you click on the folder, or the folder automatically gets highlighted and it's ready to open. If you tap on it once, it brings us to our main page. Okay, so now we're going to get into the process of scanning, but the first screen that automatically defaults is the patient information order screen. Right now it is empty, but eventually all of your patient orders or the history of their orders will show up here. Okay, but right now this is just a transition screen to get to where we need to go, which is the scan section. Okay, before we get to the scan, you're going to look at this as follows. The patient's feet are up in front of you, toes up in the air. So on the left side of our screen, you're going to see the right foot, and on the right side of our screen, you're going to see the left foot. Remember, we're looking at the plantar surface with toes up, so it's the opposite. All right, that's why they're on opposite sides. Okay, so from here we'll transition over to our scans and we'll walk through how to hold and position the foot and get ready for a scan. Okay, so now we're going to show how to put the foot into subtalar neutral position and scan using the shape scan scanning feature of the ScanCast 3D. So first thing we're going to do is with our patient's foot in supine position, we're going to find subtalar neutral. Okay, by finding the sinus tarsi and a corresponding hole, if you will, on the other side. Trying to make sure that the depth of the holes between both are level. And what I'm also doing here on the 4th and 5th met is I'm locking the lateral column. Okay. If you guys need sort of a review on this, your practitioner or Dan can help get this set up for you. So I try to find that ideal spot. So now that I kind of have an inkling of where that is, I'll now transition to properly positioning the scanner. The first thing to note is we want to make sure that our patient's heel is above the green line of the scanner. So you want to have the heel above the green line of the scanner, otherwise the heel will be cut off and we won't get a good scan. So the heel has to be above the scanner. I'm going to bring it into position here. Okay, and I'll ask our patient to relax her foot. Okay. Now, the scanner does not have, the foot does not have to touch the scanner, nor does the scanner have to touch the foot. I would suggest that we use our thumb as an anchor, okay, and we use that to guide the distance between the foot and the scanner. We want to make sure that the heel is also on the same distance away. Okay, so you can adjust the scanner depending on the flexibility of the foot. What you want to do is have the scanner as parallel to the foot as possible. Okay? What you don't want to do is have the scanner this far back and the heel and the forefoot that far apart. Okay? We want to have the heel and the scanner equal distance between. Okay? So now that I found that position, I'm going to recheck one more time, make sure I've got the good spot. So now I'm ready. I can leave my thumb here, okay, and we will remove or digitize the software out, and I will get our assistant here to hit the Shape Scan R button. Okay, so up comes the scanner. It's about 3.5 seconds, and down it goes. And the visual will pop up. Perfect. Okay, so real quickly, take a look at the scan. We're looking for a few things here. We're looking for a white outline, all right? And the white outline is done as the software has done a check to make sure that the scan is acceptable, and it is. You might get an error message that pops up. If you do, click on accept it, and then scan again, okay? You'll notice our thumb is there, that's okay. The Langer will remove that accordingly, okay? If you get a weird looking shape that doesn't resemble a foot, obviously try again, okay? Don't worry about what blue is below, that's just height. Okay, and then the next thing to do from here is to go to the next foot, which we'll do in a second. The yellow line that you're seeing there, the foot does not have to be in the middle, does not have to bisect the foot evenly. Don't worry about it, okay? If the foot is a little higher, it's okay, as long as the whole foot can be seen. And if you ever wanted to make sure that you did have the whole foot, bring your mouse to anywhere on the foot, left click, and move that, okay? Now we know the whole foot is there.
Okay.
All right, so now we'll transition to the left foot. So same thing again, we'll ask our patient to switch feet, bring that foot up. Okay. And once again, I will find tailor neutral. Okay. I want to make sure that I'm in balance between the two. So I got a good distance between both, as best I can. Okay. Find our spot, and now I'll get you to hit Shape Scan Left. Up we go. And down. Perfect. Excellent. There we are. Okay. So questions that could come up in this situation is if you have touched the heel slightly to the scanner and you had your thumb there and you're slightly off, it's okay as long as it's not too dramatic. All right. In addition to that, if something happens to the scanner midway through, you can just reset or restart, and that'll take care of everything. Scans are automatically saved. There's no save button that you have to hit. So in this case, the scan is done. You're now ready to take the next step, which would be the prescription form or the exam findings, which the practitioner can do. Okay. Real quickly, for cleaning the scanner surface, you can use a Clorox wipe or any kind of swab with rubbing alcohol even, just to clean it off. Okay, Windex is okay as well. Just don't please submerge this into water because that would be dangerous. Okay. After your foot has been positioned, you've done your scans, we're set to go at this particular point. And yeah, after here would be prescription form.